Flosstube, and welcome back to Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. My name is Denise, and today is Sunday, July 10th. This is episode number 64. If you're new here, this is a channel about cross stitch, although sometimes we like to talk about sewing and crochet and other crafty things. If you like what you see, please do give this video a thumbs up. And if you really like what you see, please do consider subscribing. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back to spend some time with me. You know I appreciate you guys. I want to take a moment to thank everyone who went ahead and clicked on the link below in the description box and bought me a coffee. I really do appreciate that. I used the proceeds of Buy Me a Coffee to help with the cost of shipping because I love doing giveaways. I cannot help myself. So let's see. I hope you enjoyed your 4th of July. I stitched all day, but I did have other things going on that weekend. I went out with the girls. We went to a Cuban restaurant that, of course, I didn't even know was around, and it was so good. It was so good, I must say. I had pasta, and it was wonderful. Now, normally when I eat Cuban food, I tend to order yuca. I absolutely love yuca, but I did not have it this time. I wanted to have something different. So, of course, now I'm anxious to go back so I can have some yuca and see how their yuca stands up to the rest that I've had. Let's see. And then... oh, the name of the restaurant is called, in case you're interested and coming to Charlotte, you want a nice Cuban restaurant, the name of the restaurant is A Piece of Havana. I will definitely go again. So, what else have I been up to? Well, if you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, you will have seen that I have a new stitching buddy, and his name is Angel. And he's in here in the room making noises. So if he will let me, I will share him with you. Where did he go? Oh, it's funny, guys. I have 2 office chairs in here. And normally when I'm sitting in one, I'm normally sitting in the other chair. And Angel is sitting in this chair. So I was curious to see if he was simply going to go to the other chair, which he did. So just give me a minute and I'll grab him. Okay, guys, here he is. This is Angel. Angel is 2 years old. He's a very good boy. I think I figured out all of his little, he wants to get down, all of his little needs and quirks. So I'm going to put him down now so he can go. Okay, that's fine. In fact, I just got him a water bowl that the water comes out constantly, like it's like a fountain, because some cats really will only drink running water. And I had a feeling that he was that person, because he seemed a little distressed about wanting water, and I'm trying to train him to stay off the counters. So I love him. I think he loves me. I think he was a great idea. I'm so happy that he rescued me from the animal shelter, and I hope to continue to share his shenanigans with you guys. And if I was able to do it right this week again, you will have seen some photos of him in the beginning of this video. So that's Angel. So what have I been watching? Haven't really been watching much TV, which of course is fine with me. That means I'm living life. But I started watching Kelly at Pages and Stitches, and it's Pages 3 Stitches. I will definitely leave a link in the description box below. And let me just tell you that she is so delightful. She's so down to earth. Very, very sweet person. Stitches a lot of full coverage pieces and fancy ladies. So if you are into that sort of thing and you just want to watch somebody that's just down to earth, no pretenses, then give Kelly a watch over at Pages and Stitches. I want to thank you all for your compliments on my hair. I was very happy to share with you guys that I made this little temporary change, and trust me guys, I don't want you to ever think that I'm fishing for compliments, because I'm not. I'm just sharing. So I want to thank you so much for all of your comments about how much you liked my new hairdo. And all of your other comments as well. And so Kelly at Pages and Stitches said that I should be sure to take my vitamins with food. I told you guys I had just started a vitamin regimen after wondering, why certain things didn't feel right. Why didn't feel quite as healthy as I would like to. And so she reminded me to be sure to take vitamins with food. So I thought I would pass that on along to all of you. And Kelly also says she also always has at least one quilt in the works. And currently she has about 7. So she fits right in with so many of us. One day, guys, I'm going to have a completely finished quilt. Stick with me and stay tuned. Let's see. Colette said, another viewer had asked how I got rid of the hoop marks on my stitching. And so I did talk about how I usually wash my stitching and then iron it while it's damp, but that I still had never finished a project that was stitched on hand-dyed fabric, or a project that I used hand-dyed floss with. And so Colette said that I should simply iron the pieces on a thick towel from the back of my work. And she uses a steam iron and wishes me good luck. And I'm about to show you what the result of that was in just a moment. So thank you guys for your comments. I really do appreciate it. As I said, it really gives me a boost and a bit of an uplifting during the week as I'm reading and responding to your comments. So thank you for that. And so here's the basket today. Look at this, guys. I think it's not awful. It's not awful. It's not full. So we're going to go through everything in there, and we're going to start off talking about my 2 finishes. Yes, 2 finishes. One is stitching, one is not. So let's start with the knot first. So I did share with you guys that I was, tinkering around with project bags. And so I had made a big error in this bag, and then I fixed it. I like it. What I wound up doing, guys, was I wound up putting on, what do you call this? I put this on. I can't think it, binding. I put binding on it. And I hand sewed the binding on, and I love it so much more now. So this is the front of it, and here is the back. And as you can see, I did some quilting on it. I'm very proud of the results of this bag, and I'm glad it's done. As I said, I really don't think that making vinyl bags is my thing. I like using them, but I'm just not loving actually making them. However, I do have another idea running around in my head, so that may not be the end of vinyl, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So that's my bag, and I have to find a place to put things, guys. Okay, so that's my first finish. Are you ready for my second finish? I'm so excited about this. I am so excited about this. It is Freedom 1865. She is finally done, guys. Look at it. Oh my goodness. I'm going to put it on this side so it's closer to the thing. Oh my God, she's beautiful. She's beautiful, and I love her. And as you may be able to see, I don't know, I did iron this piece following Colette's suggestion, and I'm pretty pleased with the results of it. Oh my goodness. So I stitched this on, well, this is a chart by Primitive Hair, okay? I borrowed this chart from Colleen of Stitching with the Sisterlies. Thank you so much, Colleen. I appreciated it so much. And Colleen let me know that I can go ahead and pass this chart on to the next person, which also makes me very happy because my stepdaughter has started cross-stitching and is in love with this chart. So I'm pretty sure I'm just going to pass it on to her so that she can get it stitched up. Let's see, what else can I tell you? I stitched it on 32 count Tobias Lugana by Seraphim hand-dyed fabrics, and I used all of the call for DMCs. I am so very happy with this, and so I am planning to frame it. I already have the frame that I think I want to use. Of course, guys, I think we all know anything can change. But right now, I think I have the frame that I want to frame it in. So that's going to be the next step. She's just beautiful. I just could just sit here and look at her all day, which is why I'm going to have her put into a frame so that I can actually look at it all day. So there's my finish, and I am extremely, extremely happy with her. Let's see. I had a start, and it is, let me put this aside. I'm going to have to, I don't know why I'm acting like I don't put stuff on the floor. I think it's because of, Angel. And I don't know why I think he's going to bother it. He doesn't normally bother things. So anyway, but this is his first floss tube, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. Okay. So, I have a new start. And why is nothing where it's supposed to be? Wow. Okay. And what I started was the Fat Quarter Shop 5-part stitch along called Letters to Santa. Part 2 just was delivered on Friday. So you go to the Fat Quarter Shop website and purchase the stitch along, and they send each part to you in your inbox on Fridays. So this is where the chart is at this time, this is both parts 1 and part 2. And so, yes, I got to start on that. Of course, it's not a big start, guys, but I'm going to show you where I am. How cute. I got started on the border, which is part 1. So, and it really, it really is a joy to stitch. It's a joy to stitch this. And I was talking with Tamika about, just the various nuances of cross stitch. And I think that I really like color changing. I like color changes because you don't get bored. Of course, confetti is a completely different story, but I don't mind when there's like frequent color changes. So there is Letters to Santa. I'm stitching that on 14 count chalkboard Aida, and I am using all of the called for DMC. Now we'll move on to whips. I worked on the Modern Folk Embroidery Pride Sale since June was Pride Month. But, as far as I'm concerned, it's Pride 365. And so this is one version of how it's going to look when it's done. There is also a monochromatic version of this chart. And I decided to mix the two. I'm doing the outside portion of this in black. I'm stitching the birds in the colors that they are charted. And I'm stitching the middle the way it's charted here. So it's kind of a mix of both versions of the chart. And try as I might, I wanted to get that whole first flower done. I'm so close to finishing that whole first flower, but I just couldn't pull it off. What with, life and other stitching happening. So that's how far I got. I was thinking about filling in these spaces with white because it's charted in white. And I can show you that here again on the photo. You see those spaces are charted in white. And so I did consider stitching them in white, but I don't think I am. I think I'm going to just leave the fabric showing. And I'm stitching this on 14 count ecru Aida that I picked up at a thrift store. Because I'll stitch on anything. I'm good. I'm good. It works for me. Okay, so that was the Modern Folk Embroidery Pride Sale 2022. And that one is going to go away now. And I'll pick that back up at another time and hopefully finish it then. The next thing I worked on is I did some more stitching on Rosina Dizery. Rosina Dizery 1820, and this is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I am, as most of you know, I am not a sampler stitcher, but I absolutely had to stitch this one because it is reproduced. One of the few charts that has been reproduced that from a sampler that was stitched by a Black girl. And Mr. Ribbon was in love with that whole idea as well. And so I absolutely had to stitch this. So, again, I don't feel like I made that much progress. I'm going to insert a picture here of where I was the last time you saw it. And I'm going to try to do that with let's see. Well, I don't have a picture of the other one. So I will insert a picture of Rosina Dizery of where it was the last time that I shared it with you here. And this is what it looks like now. I've been concentrating on the flowers on the side because, you know, the over one words tends to, you know, be a lot after a while. So I've been focusing in on these flowers and absolutely loving them because the flowers, of course, are 2 over 2. I hope you can see this. The color of the flowers is quite faint, and I quite like that. So, stitching this on 32 count Earthen Lugana by Picture This Plus, and I'm using all of the called for DMC. So I'm still finding this a joy to stitch on, and I will continue to stitch on this until it is done. And I'm just, you know, I'm just taking my time. No rush. I know that I'll get it done because every stitch adds up. So that is my Rosina Dizery. And quite a few of you are also stitching this along, and I'm loving that. Loving it. Okay, what else? Okay. I did some stitching on Vintage Housewife, which is a year-long stitch-along by Fat Quarter Shop. I am so far behind that it just isn't even funny anymore. But what else is new, right? With me and stitch-alongs, kind of warm. Okay. This is what it's going to look like when it's done, except for the fact that I have substituted many of the colors so that it's more appealing to me and my decor. So here it is. I'll insert a picture of it where it was the last time I shared it with you here. And I did some more stitching on that March block that I just can't seem. Let me move this out of the way. I just can't seem to finish this March block, but I'm going to keep plugging away. I'm going to show it to you in a second, I promise. I'm going to keep plugging away. So here it is now. This is the March block that I'm still working on. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So what I normally do is after I record a video, when I pick this back up, I will do some more work on the border. I know it doesn't look like I'm doing anything on the border, but trust me, I am. I'm going to work some more on the border. And then I'll go back to trying to finish up this block, this March block. There's a couple of more elements in this block as well, but they're small, so there's hope. Okay, so other than the hair, guys, I really don't know why I'm so warm. It's been raining all day. And so it's not, you know, awfully hot out as it has been. It's like not 100 degrees today for a change. But yeah, I'm kind of warm right now. So forgive the perspiration, if you will. I think it's the hair. Okay. Okay. What else do we have? I also worked on To a Friend's House, which is I'm working on it with a stitch along that I'm hosting along with Colette Highway Stitcher. And several other people are stitching Mary Engelbright charts along with us. And however, Colette and I are stitching the same exact chart, and then when we're done, we're going to exchange pieces with each other. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. To a friend's house. Uh-oh. What is he in? Okay, he found a box that has some paper in it. He's so cute. Okay. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I will insert a picture here of where it was the last time I shared it with you. And this is where I am now. Making progress. You know, it's funny that I think that the majority of things I'm stitching on, if I were a monogamous stitcher, I'd be finished. I'd be finished with these all by now. But it's okay. I'm loving the process. And I hope, hold on, that you can see this. I'm going to do something with this light. Hold on. Because I think it's doing too much. Okay. There we are. So, again, not too far from a finish. So that makes me excited. So that's To a Friend's House by Mary Engelbright. Guys, I think I'm going to be knocking these whips off pretty quickly. And then I can, because my goal is to get back to what I consider a normal rotation. This is not my normal rotation that I am working with right now. Although, it is fun. It's fun. Okay. Gosh, I feel like I'm leaving everything out, so I'm so sorry, guys, if I'm not telling you like fabrics and so forth. Let's see. Okay, so my focus piece, which is the piece that I am working on, it's a whip. Oh boy. Okay. So what I do is I work on my focus piece every other day, and I work on all my other whips in between. So one day I'm working on several projects in a day, and then the next day I'm just working on my focus piece. The goal is to to work on 6 whips before I'm able to have a new start out of the to be stitched / kitted projects that I have. So it does not include stitch alongs. Stitch alongs are not included in this. I can start stitch alongs whenever I want. But in order to touch any of those other projects, I needed to work on 6 whips. That's what I decided for this go round. So this focus piece is actually number 6 out of 6 whips. That's exciting because that means I get to choose something. It's in that closet, by the way. I get to choose something that I have kitted already that's waiting for me to start it. So my focus piece is currently Mistletoe Lane, which is a chart by the Fat Quarter Shop. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done. Mistletoe Lane. Can you guys see anything? It just looks so dim to me when I hold it up to the camera. Okay. So that's what it's going to look like when it's done. This was my birthday start in 2020. That was August of 2020. And I'm going to insert a picture here of where it was before I picked it up this time. Can we even call that a start? Sure we can. So, I did pick it up again, and I've been working on it every other day. And this is how far I've gotten. Here it is. So I'm still working on the top banner, which I think we can all agree that it is a lot of stitching. It's a lot of stitching, but I'm plugging through it and gonna get this done. I'm stitching this on 25 count overcast Lugana. I absolutely love this fabric. And I must tell you that as of this moment, I do not love this project. I don't love it. So I'm trying to give it a chance though. I don't want to toss it. I want to give it a chance. I've given myself, I believe, 6 days to work on it. Let me see if I made a note of how many more days. No, I did not. I have a few more days to work on it. And then I'm going to think about what I want to do. I'm just not sure because I don't love this. I don't love it. So I don't know. Stay tuned, guys, because I don't know. But I am feeling like I do want to give it an effort. Let's see. If I were to, let's just say for argument's sake, that I were to finish the entire banner across, right? This is the whole fabric, right? Guys, I still have, if I choose to just stop, I still have this much fabric. So other than the time that I invested in the stitching and of course the floss, I would not really consider that a big loss. So why don't I just say I'm going to try to stitch this whole banner here before I make a decision. Because I can always use this banner on something else. I can make a little pillow or whatever. So it won't be a total loss. But as I said, right now, I don't love it, but I am going to keep stitching on it for now. So there's that. And then when that 6 days is over, I get to choose something from my to be stitched pile, which I'm very excited about. I'm very excited about that. So we'll see how it goes. I have no idea what it is I'm going to do in this situation. I'm used to the fact that I'm excited about every project that I have. I'm usually really, really excited when I spin the wheel and it says, oh, you work on this whip for this many days. I wasn't that excited this time. So that might be saying something. We'll see how it goes, guys. Okay. I also worked on, since today is July 10th, that means that the other day, a few days ago, it was July 7th, which means I was able to take out Stationery Addict, which I'm working on for my daughter, Desiree. And this is what it's by Little Dove Designs. And this, too, I do believe was a stitch-along at some point with Back Quarter Shop. And my daughter's definitely a stationery addict, so I had to stitch this for her. But even though she has not seen what I'm stitching on, we did go over the color palette of the floss, and she chose her own colors. And so that's the way I'm stitching it, which I just think the whole thing is very exciting. If I took a picture of this before I worked on it, I will insert it here. Otherwise, this is where it is now. Here's where we are. So you see it's got all these pens and scissors and note paper and bulletin boards and all kinds of things, erasers, sharpeners. And so mostly what I worked on was this here, this motif here, which I believe is some sort of a notepad situation. And so I'm glad you can see, at least I can see on camera, that the blue, this blue section is different than the blue border. I wasn't sure if you'd be able to see that. And so I'm using a mixture of, I think it's Gentle Arts threads. Yeah, I'm using a mixture of Gentle Arts threads and DMCs, and there's a little bit of Kreinik in there. And so I really like stitching on this. I like stitching on this because I think it's because of the different motifs. And, you know, when you have a lot of motifs, sometimes it's like a little finish every time you finish a motif. And this is I am stitching this on, let me get my little card out. Stitching this on 14 count pale gray gingham Aida. See the gingham? That's so cute. It's so cute. So I stitch on this on the 7th of every month because my daughter's birthday is on the 7th. And I hope to give this to her as a birthday present. 1 year, depending on how long it takes me to stitch it. We'll just say someday. Hi, Angel. Okay. He's just busy exploring everything. Although, all right, 1 second, guys. I need to put the chart away because otherwise I get very confused very quickly. Okay, so that was all of my whips and my start. And so all in total, my start and my finish. So in total, I touched 8 projects this past 2 weeks. Not shabby. I touched 8 projects. Stitching machine. At least that's how I feel. Okay, so I also got some Stitchy Kindness Happy Mail because you guys are awesome. Like, really awesome. The first one is from none other than Minnie Gray. Minnie Gray, I will definitely link her YouTube channel below. It is all X's here on YouTube. It's a Flosstube channel. And if you have not watched Minnie before, you really need to watch her. Her projects are absolutely stunning. Stunning. And she really stitches great projects that are representative of our culture. So this is Minnie's card. You could take a screenshot of that if it's clear enough. I'm not sure. Let me see. Does that make it clear? Okay, maybe not. But what Minnie sent was a Frogger. Guys, it's another one of those things that you don't even know you need this until you get it. Look, will you look at this? And it's got a little frog charm on the end. It's got a needle that you can use to frog your project instead of trying to use the cute little dainty needle that we stitch with. And it's got this, I'm so impressed. I am so impressed with the fact that there's a top on this needle. And look at how pretty. It's just so pretty. Thank you so much, Minnie. I absolutely love it. And this is going to reside on my stitching mat that I shared with you guys a little while ago. It's going to live right here on my stitching mat so that on the outside chance that I ever need to frog anything, it'll be right here and handy for me to use. Thank you, Minnie. I'm going to link Minnie's channel below in the description box. So, that was a pleasure. And then my friend Barbara. Okay, I have showed you guys many things that Barbara has sent. Barbara is a very good friend of mine. She does not stitch, but she crochets, and that's where I met her. I met her through crochet, and we have become pretty darn good friends. And for most of the time, Barbara and her husband live on a boat, and she's just quite the human being, and I love that I know her. Okay, I love that I know her. And so, imagine my surprise when I get mail from Backwater Shop, which was an order that Barbara put in just for me. And it is this really cute needle minder. Can you even? Oh my goodness. I just can't believe that she went through that for me. So now I am on the search for a really cute nautical type chart to stitch so that I can put my needle minder on that while I'm stitching it and think of my friend Barbara the whole time. So if you have any ideas of some cute nautical chart that I can possibly get and stitch, let me know in the comments. I'm really interested because I don't normally stitch anything nautical, but I absolutely must now. I have to. How can I not? How can I not? Okay. So, what else is what's next on the agenda? Giveaway winners. Okay. So, I was giving away the Christmas time accoutrement for the Christmas time stitch along with Backwater Shop, which I understand is probably not going to start now until sometime in August. But the winner of the giveaway did not contact me. And what I was giving away was the olive colored Mad for Plaid project bag. See how big it is? The 14 count natural Ada. The Christmas time DMC direct pack. And the all the trimmings enamel needle minder. So as I said, that winner never contacted me. So I went back to that video and I pulled another winner, and the winner is now Daphne Chamberlain. Daphne Chamberlain, congratulations. Please get in touch with me by email at designmorris1@gmail.com, and send me your mailing address, and I will put these in the mail for you. You can, anyone can go on the Backwater Shop website, the chart and sign up for the stitch along there and get the little goodies that go with it. All right. So now for the giveaways for last week, I was giving away 3 items last week, so we have 3 winners. And so the first item was the Whirlwind quilt pattern, which I'm still like so intrigued by. And the winner of this quilt pattern is Linda Pisatola. Linda, congratulations. Please get in touch with me by email at designmars1@gmail.com and send me your mailing address so that I can get this into the mail for you. Congratulations. The next one was this cross-stitch chart called Tea Time, which was part of, it was featured in Stitch Quarterly by Fat Quarter Shop. And the winner of this chart is Bethany Johnson. Bethany Johnson, congratulations. Please get in touch with me by email at designmars1@gmail.com so you can send me your mailing address and I can get this out to you. And last but not least was the cross-stitch chart Sleigh Ride by It's So Emma. And the winner of this chart is Katie Brown. Katie Brown, congratulations. Just get in touch with me by email at designmars1@gmail.com and let me have your mailing address so that I can get this into the mail to you. Congratulations to all of the winners. And thank you to everyone that participates in the giveaways. I really, really, really enjoy doing giveaways. I just think it's so much fun. It's just so much fun. And so that means that I have a giveaway for this week as well. Another one besides, well, yeah, not another one. I have a giveaway for this week. And so some time ago, one of my viewers, Lynn, sent me some items and said that I could do with them what I wanted. I could keep them, give them away, what have you. And so this week I am going to give away, because we are still celebrating Christmas in July / Jolly July. And as you can see, I'm doing all the Christmas stitching. So I'm giving away the 2020 Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornaments issue. So if you've always wanted this issue and you never got it, here's your opportunity. So what I want you to do is to use the word tree, because all the ornaments are going to go on the tree, or at least most of them. Some of them might. Anyway, we like to put Christmas ornaments on our Christmas tree. So use the word tree somewhere in your comment, and I will choose a winner using the YouTube random comment picker before my next video. Please be over the age of 18. Please be in the United States so that I can actually afford to ship it to you. Please don't use the word giveaway or free or anything like that in your comment. What else? That's it. Just use the word, and good luck to everyone. I'm happy to do a giveaway of this magazine in July, because that's going to give you enough time to get some of those done in time for Christmas. So what are my plans coming up? Guys, I think I've already said I'm going to continue working on that batch of whips that I have, that I am just going to continue to work on it until they start to fall off the radar. a little bit. I'm also going to continue working on that focus piece on as long as I can. I may really start to enjoy it. So that it's a possibility. So I'll keep you posted on that. Let's see what else. I'm still unpacking and organizing. I just put together a bookshelf yesterday. I have two bookshelves. I have another one to put together. But yeah, it wasn't as easy as I thought it was gonna be. So that's just the thing I'm dealing with. Like I need to put some things in place so that I can have somewhere to put some things, because I did get rid of a lot of things when I moved here. So yeah, I'm still dealing with that. And of course, I have an angel cat now, so he gets some things too. So guys, don't forget to come and join us on the Facebook group, which is Black Ribbon Stitch Studio on Facebook. Please do follow me on Instagram. I try to post what is going on a fairly day-to-day basis. If it's not too much of a boring day, I try to post there as much as I possibly can about what's going on just in life and in stitching. And if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit the like button. And if you have not yet done so, please do subscribe. And when you do, don't forget to hit the bell so that you could be notified each and every time I upload a new video. I don't really have words of inspiration for you this week. However, I do want to end with this. Express love. Create beauty. Be kind. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you next time. Stay well. Bye-bye.